What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I'm at the AIMexpo at the Las Vegas Convention Center. I'm here super early before the crowd is allowed in because I got my media credentials. So we're gonna go in and take a look around before the crowds come in. Let's go check it out. So check it out, I'm at the SW Motec booth and I spotted this gorgeous Africa Twin. This is a Honda Africa Twin, the famous Africa Twin. Look at this thing, man. They got all kinds of cool parts on here. Look at this crash bar, LED lights. You got armor on the bottom in case you bash into stuff. They even have flexible armor on the exhaust pipes. That's nice. They got watertight bags that are strapped to the cage. I'm sure these are heated grips up here. Tank bag. Got a little foam bag up there. Even more bags on the back. They got soft and hard panniers. That is nice, man. What I like about these bikes is, man, you can just go anywhere. You can ride on the road to get where you're going, and when the road ends, you can take any trail you want. Even trails that 4x4s can't go on, because motorcycles can fit on deer tracks, technically. That's nice, man. Oh look, he even has a little fuel tank holder right there. I think that's fuel because it's got a red cap. Look how it mounts. That's nice. Love it. I'm here at the First Gear booth and I spotted this Harley Davidson. That's kind of cool that Harley Davidson is branching out into the adventure bike world. I don't know anything about this bike, but it just caught my eye because it's different. You know, Harley's known for being a street bike, but now they have this off-road capable Harley. It's still a V-twin, but you got a little bit longer suspension. I'm sure you can beef up these tires more because these are street bias tires, but you can put some knobbies on here. Got that tall fairing like most adventure bikes have. It's got some crash bars. He's got these pegs you can still put your feet out. Highway pegs. Look at that exhaust. Tech exhaust. It's actually kind of nice. It's a 1250, man. That is a big bike. I like it. It's not your traditional adventure bike, but it's cool. Alright, so I'm at the SSR/Benelli booth. When I saw Benelli, the first thing I thought of was shotguns. I didn't even know there was a company called Benelli that made motorcycles. But this one here caught my eye because it's obviously an adventure bike. It's a 500cc off-road vehicle. And it's kind of nice. I've never heard of these guys before. I found something new. Dual disc, long suspension. It's nice. Nice tall fairing, keep that wind off you. It's got, I like these, how they have bars on here to clamp your phone or GPS or whatever. Got even more factory crash bars. You got some armor underneath to protect those. I think oil filters are down there, I'm not sure. But the engine in general is down there. Got the Benelli branded panniers, hard cases. Little fender back there. Look at this. It's like a I don't know, brace back there. It's nice. I wonder how much it costs. There's probably a price tag on here. Let's see. Price tag? No price tag. I don't know. You have to look it up online. It's called the TRK 502X by Benelli. Just admiring your bike before the crowds come in. Nice.
One of our distributors decided to put together a little bit of a project bike. Started with a V-Strom.
Oh, it's a V-Strom. Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
it almost doesn't look like one. Yeah.
That's exactly what I said when I saw it for the first time. It's a beautiful bike. They first of all started with a custom set of laced wheels from W. Full suspension swap on the front. It's a custom, some pretty significant suspension modification in the rear. Obviously a nice aftermarket pipe.
I like this because the V-Shoms are known for having their oil filters exposed, but you guys got a nice little...
So the aftermarket skid plate, I'm not sure about all the details on it, but I know Lindeco, our distributor, they're also an Enduristan distributor, so you can see they've kitted it up with a nice set of luggage, and then they've also got
lots
an aftermarket.
Of luggage.
Yeah, there's a lot of goodies on there. I haven't actually gone through the list. There's a lot more than what I've listed. I know aftermarket foot pegs, you see the big IMS rig on there. Yeah, the first time I saw it after the conversion, I honestly can tell you I didn't know it was a V-Strom.
I love it. And what I love about the V-Stroms too is they're relatively affordable as well. How much are V-Stroms nowadays if you just got a bare bones one? They're pretty affordable, right?
I couldn't tell you. They're one of the more affordable bikes for that type of riding. So
yeah, they're smaller
honestly,
bikes.
As is this bike. There's a few things on it. The port conversion was expensive, but
I
other
bet.
than that, that's actually a pretty affordable conversion. So
yeah, I think V-Stroms are like in the 8 or 9, maybe even less.
10 grand out the door.
Yeah.
Depending. I'm Canadian, so it's a little bit different. I think it's about 12 up there by the time the dollar's done flipping. But, still, it's a good deal for what you're getting. Yeah. Bike. So this bike, as is, would be a pretty decent, it'd be a respectable off-road adventure bike ride as it sits right now, even with all the conversion.
Nice. Very cool. Hey, since I got you on camera, you have any website you want to give a shout out to?
Yeah, Mitas Motorcycle Tires. Like I said, our distributor Lindeco built the project bike.
There's a dash in between them.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, right there. MITAS.
We're pretty active on social media. The Mitas Moto page is on Instagram, Facebook, and we also have a North American page, Mitas Tires NA.
Nice.
Check us out there.
All right. Stop by the Triumph booth. For all you Triumph fans, look at this adventure bike, man. This thing is big. This is the Tiger. That is nice. The factory armor. Showa forks. That's a big front wheel. What is that, like 21 inches? Look at that exhaust. This one's called the Rally Explorer. Just flying around these things before the show opens. I'll see if I can grab some reps to really get into the details, because I know a lot of these bikes come with a lot of features that I just don't know. But I'm just looking at them from a noob point of view, because I don't know hardly anything about these things. I just like them. I'm still learning. I've always loved these Yamaha TW 200s because they got the big fat tires. These things float over sand and snow. I've seen people use them as like pit bikes too sometimes. Yeah. They're so nimble, man. They're like little billy goats, man, with the big fat tires. Like, you really can float over some sand and snow with these things. I've seen people use them at the campsites. And they're cheap, man. I mean, well, not cheap, but they're inexpensive and reliable. I wouldn't mind having one. So here's a Suzuki I'm not really familiar with at all. It's called the Van. I don't remember seeing this very much at all. Faraday's popular though. Got the big fat tires, but they're more like street tires. Drum brakes in the back. Look how big this seat is, dude. It looks super plush. Super comfortable. Could fit 2 people on here, that's cool. Van, huh? Alright, so I believe this is the Fantic booth, because I see Fantic bikes here. These guys are famous for their e-bikes. Look at this. They got a mid-drive downhill bike, essentially. Full suspension. There's all the specs. They got a Brosy motor in there, 36 volt, 250 watt, 90 newton meters of torque, 36 volt, 720 watt hour battery. Very much spec for European markets for sure, because that's it sounds like it's low power, but it's actually high power when you can consider the gear ratios on the back. Look at that. That thing is huge. I don't know why Europe does that, but they restrict these guys down to 250 watt motors. And they got these cool scooters. Look at the suspension on this thing, man. It's so cool. Look at that. Looks like something right out of Italy. I like these things, man. Here's a really super high ground clearance scooter right here. Look at that. That is cool. This is Mini Motors Dualtron Thunder 2. That is so awesome, man. And then you think that's big. Check this thing out. Dualtron City. This one has 2 motors, front and rear. Look at the size of this thing, man. Like, this is my hand. Look how big that is. That's a big scooter. I like that crazy suspension up front. It's like a reverse. I don't even know what you call it. It's like a reverse suspension. Look at this, Yamaha underwater scooters. So all my friends who live in Hawaii and Florida, you might be able to use some of these things. And then of course, Ubco. I've seen these guys before. These are like trucks, e-bike trucks really. You got a powerful motor in the front, motor in the back, ginormous battery. I don't even know what the specs are on it, but you can pack this thing up with all kinds of gear. I've seen these set up for hunters with all their camping gear and rifles and ammo. I've seen like forestry workers using these, like guys who maintain trails. They'll put shovels and all kinds of stuff on here. And it's quiet, nice and quiet. It doesn't disturb the experience. It's pretty cool. Okay, I've heard of Zero motorcycles, man. These guys are famous for their electric motorcycles. They're basically like the leaders, really. But look at this. They got an adventure version of their Zero motorcycle. Somebody's been riding this thing too. It's dirty. They didn't even clean it. And they shouldn't, because it is a dirt bike. You got the knobby wheels, longer travel suspension, got the crash bars. That's cool, man. And these electric bikes I hear have a lot of torque. They got the panniers in the back. Carry all your gear. Knobby tires back here. Yeah, that's nice. I wouldn't mind having this. An electric dirt bike, adventure bike. You have to find some place to hold your solar panels so you can charge this thing. I'd probably take like a week to charge it, but still, at least you have the capability. You could park it up on a hilltop somewhere and let it charge in the sun for a couple of days and then keep on going. Kind of like a bug out bike. And it's silent too. Here's the specs. So range is 253 kilometers or 157 miles.
I do.
That's pretty cool. Oh, you can get a power tank. So that must be like a bigger battery pack. You can go almost 200 miles. That's cool. That's for city. Highway. Oh, looks like you get less miles for the highway. Interesting. 157 newton meters of torque or 116 foot-pounds of torque equivalent. Top speed 102 miles per hour. That's pretty fast. Power pack 14.4 kilowatts. Whew, that's a lot of power. That's a pretty powerful little e-bike. Still not quite going to beat a gas-powered one, but still. Electric power, almost 200-mile range, and you can go off-road anywhere and on-road. That's cool. Here's the rest of their lineup. Here's the Zero FX. That's nice. I like how you can hot swap the batteries on these things. This is a dual sport here, street and dirt. I like it. That's right up my alley. And of course you have the more street version here, the DS for your street guys. DSR, another street bike. Here's a like a, what do you call it? What do they call these? Zero FXE. It's got a 100-mile range. It's like a hooligan bike right there. And then you got some serious street bikes over here. This is the SR. Look at the size of the motor on this thing, man. This one here, you can't hardly even tell that it's electric. That is cool. Look at this one. Here's a Zero FX dual sport again. Ah, this is nice, man. I like this. I like the look of it. Big, humongous front wheel. Crash bars. I think this is a cop bike. Yep. I think this is a police bike or security bike. Probably. Yeah, because it has lights. There's your lights. And there's your siren. It's an electric police motorcycle. And there's your box in the back so you can put your ticket books in there. And then here's your comms if you call dispatch, or you can use the PA system to tell people to stop doing stupid stuff. And looks like another cop bike. So that's like the off-road cop bike, and then here's the city cop bike. That's cool. This is for all you motors guys out there, all you cops. This is for you. Electric police motorcycle. Where do you put the AR-15? That's what I want to know. Yeah, can you put an SBR somewhere back here? I don't see a spot for an AR-15. I'm sure you can put one though. So I spotted a unique bike, actually a couple unique bikes here at the AIMexpo from Regiani Engineering out of Italy. So these are designed in Italy, and just like Italians, they always design sexy frames, man. These are nice. Look at that suspension. It's like reversed. That's cool. Got dual springs in the front, disc brake. Yeah, obviously that's your battery, and then it's got a hub drive in the back. That's cool, and it's folding too. Oh wow, yeah. And then this one's like a moped. This is like an electric moped, and they come in all kinds of different sizes. So this is just one example, but look at that suspension. It's like a motorcycle shock there. It's adjustable. But yeah, they can go all the way up to over 1,000 watt motors in the back if you wanted to. Nice big seat, nice and comfortable. Big battery in the back. They can put different size batteries, I'm sure. And then check out these forks. They're almost like motorcycle forks. It's cool. I like it. And he was telling me that these are going to be roughly fairly affordable, $2,000 range. So it's fairly affordable too. Very cool. There's their website right there. Regiani EU. REGGIANE.EU. Check them out. Look at this thing. It's an electric tricycle scooter, cargo scooter. You can put your groceries there. I don't know how big the motors are, but they look big. Got a big battery. It's got suspension, stability with 2 wheels in the front, and a cargo rack in the back for the kids. That's pretty nuts. Oh, and get this, it folds up. If this replaces your vehicle, your car, you could use this as your vehicle if you live in an urban environment, a city. Just park it in your house. When you want to go grocery shopping or take the kids to school, you can do that too. And it's electric, so you don't have to worry about buying gas anymore. Crush hills, carved streets, or just cruise. Cycle board. Here's something I've never seen before. This is again by Fantic, I believe. Yeah, Fantic. It's a step-through e-bike. Mid-drive. You got a mid-drive here with the Bafang M500 mid-drive. And I believe there's an internal transmission gear set in the back, because I don't see a bunch of gears. Let's see. Yeah, here's another one. So there's internal gears right there on that one. But yeah, you got a little spot for cargo. easy to get on. You just whoop, step right through. And then of course you have the power of a mid-drive. Front suspension, hardtail. That's pretty cool. This frame is what caught my eye. It's called the Isimo. Look at that trellis style frame. And then of course your battery pack hides there. Got a little headlight in the front. Nice little city bike. And then here's another look at their Dualtron scooter. You want to ride this, man? Get on there. Look at that suspension. That's actually pretty cool. It's beefy. You can get hurt on this thing, man. It probably goes, I bet you it goes 50 miles an hour. That thing's big. You got dual motors, front and rear.
That's a big battery.
That's big.
Side by side instead of one behind the
other.
other.
This thing is huge. This thing is huge, man. I have a scooter similar to this. It's a smaller version, but it's enough to scare the crap out of you. And of course they got more of their e-bikes over here. These are their serious bikes. This is more like just like a cross-country bike. Here's their downhill version bike with the downhill forks. That's a nice looking bike. Now here is a really rare sight. Made in the USA. Designed, engineered, fabricated, welded, powder coated, assembled, and tested in the USA. Dude, that's a huge selling point. There's no supply chain issues when all your stuff's made in the USA. I like it. Look at this one, man. I like this. It's four-wheel drive. See, look, you can see the drive shafts down there. He's got armor plating to protect the A-arms. Big knobby wheels. You got a bumper with a winch. Look at that little tiny winch. Oh, it's cute. Little tiny baby winch. Got a cargo rack up front to carry gear. This one comes with a Lexan windshield. I guess that's Lexan or plexiglass. I don't know. Roll cage. Steering wheel, parking brake, gauge. There's your transmission controls, your brakes. Look at that. It even has, what you call it, steel plate on the bottom. Gun rack in the back. You got a dump bed right here. Oh, look at that. It's independent suspension too with a tow, got like a tow hitch. This is nice, man. And it's American made. I like that. I really, really like the fact that it's American made. That's cool. And then of course, if you have a family or you want to bring your friends along, they got a longer wheelbase version. Oh, this one's not four-wheel drive. This one is independent suspension, but not four-wheel drive.
This is electric.
Oh, it's electric too. Oh yeah, cool. So you got two in the front, two in the back, so you can carry four. Got a dump bed. There's the electric motor. Interesting. Independent suspension. Wonder what the range is on this thing. That's cool. I got it plugged in right now. Go take it for a ride. Again, if it's electric, that means it's nice and quiet. So you can zoom around the neighborhoods and nobody will even know you're there until you get to the open land. I got about, I don't know, 2 football fields away from open land, BLM land, so it'd be kind of nice to have one of these. That's nice. Landmaster. Again, never heard of these guys. I learned something new. American made side-by-sides. But AIMexpo is obviously has been impacted by the Rona and the storms and everything else. Nobody could show up, it seems like. Yeah, it was a little bit smaller than what we saw over at the Mandalay Bay years ago. So I don't know, it's just probably just a domino effect of bad events, and just seems smaller. It's still fun. I mean, it's still cool stuff to see. Just not